good morning, everyone, and welcome to Miss Elaine's Read Along. I am so glad that you have decided to join us one more Saturday. I'm excited to be here. We are reading a brand new book this morning, but first, I want to know who is joining us. I know I'm here. I'm your host, Miss Elaine. And I know Engineer Evan is here. Good morning, Engineer Evan. Who else is here this morning? Oh my goodness, the sun is out and shining, and it's a perfect day to read a brand new book. Who else is here? I know Miss Shanika was ready this morning. She was peeking in to see what our brand new book is. Who else is here? Let me see. Let me clear my screen and see who is checking in. Miss Susan is here this morning. Thank you so much for the welcome. And Miss Susan, I am so glad you're here. And it's perfect that you're checking in because you actually are our special guest next week. Yes, you are the special guest author. So I would love for you to stick around until the end of the show because I am introducing your book for next week. Yes. So I'm so glad you're here this morning. Who else is checking in with us? Who else? I know Miss Shanika was checking in earlier today, so I want to say good morning to you. And I also want to say good morning to one of our special readers and listeners this morning, Mr. John. Thank you so much for all of your support, even through the pandemic. I really appreciate it. I really do. So thank you so much for checking in with me. Who else is here? Just go ahead and put your name in the chat so that we can say hello to you. So this morning, we are reading Little Dandelion Seeds the World. And it is by Julia Richardson and illustrated by a husband and wife team. How about that? Illustrated by Kristen and Kevin Howdeshell. And I wanted to read this book about the little dandelion because I don't know if you guys have noticed, especially if you live in the Chicagoland area, but we have been inundated by dandelions, and I don't remember um, having so much of the dandelion fluff around, and maybe it's the area in which I live now. But for those of you who are not familiar with the dandelion, the pappus, which is the white cotton-like seed, but we have so much of it and it goes away once it rains. But I have allergies, so I really pay attention to it. And I have my World Cup here because we're going to talk about how this seed travels all around the world. It is beautifully and perfectly made to do just that. So we're going to talk about that in this book. And it was not quite on the schedule for this week, but because it just keeps coming back and keeps coming back, I thought it was appropriate for today. How many of you guys have the dandelion pappus um, in your yards and in your bushes and just floating around? And sometimes it gets in your car and in your hair. You have that all around you? Well, we're going to talk about that today in today's book. So it starts out, you guys know that it starts out with the yellow flower, right? And sometimes we even eat the leaves, not the ones that's in your yard, but sometimes we eat the leaves and it finds itself in teas. And I do drink the tea. I do. It has great medicinal purposes, but don't go out in your yard and chop it up and put it in a tea bag. That's not that. But sometimes you wonder, how did a dandelion just pop up in the middle of a field or pop up in a random place? Well, this is why the seeds get carried by the wind and they find themselves in the grass and they get planted. They take root, and there we have another dandelion plant. All right. So, anyone else checking in with us this morning? I just want to check in, make sure I don't miss anyone. To my read along crew members, I hope you all are having a great beginning of your summer. I've missed you, and I can't wait to read with all of you again. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our book. It says, Swish Swirl, 100 Seeds Fly. You see the little girl with her dandelion. It has now grown all the seeds needed to take flight. One little seed flies with the wind far, far away, darting, drifting, dropping, down with a root, up with a shoot. A little dandelion blooms in Africa. That's right. In Africa, they do have dandelions. The flower fades, fluff puffs, poof, swish swirl, 100 seeds fly. Wow. Where do you think it'll go next? One little seed zooms in an ear till it's snatched by a breeze and blows far, far away. Flying, fluttering, falling. Down with a root, up with a shoot. A little dandelion blooms in Asia. Oh, wow. Goes from Africa to Asia. I have my little globe here to follow our little dandelion shoot. Okay, what's next? The flower fades. Fluff, puffs, poof, swish, swirl, 100 seeds fly. One little seed spins in a cyclone far, far away. Oh, where is it? Twisting, twirling, down with a root, up with a shoot. A little dandelion blooms in Australia. Oh, wow. Now, for my world travelers out there, have you guys ever seen a dandelion in your travels? Not been some places, but I haven't noticed any dandelions. But I'm going to look the next time I go somewhere. The flower fades, fluff, puffs, poof, swish, swirl, 100 seeds fly. Where is it on its way next? Hello, Dallas and Dayton. Hi, how are you girls doing? Do you guys blow on the dandelion and send the seeds flying? So we're in Australia. Where is the seed going next? It's traveling by the wind. One little seed hitchhikes on pants, far, far away, sailing, strolling, down with the root, up with the shoot. Where is our little dandelion going now? A little dandelion blooms in North America. That's where we live. How about that? The flower fades. That's the yellow flower top. Fluff, puffs, poof. Swish, swirl, 100 seeds fly. Look at the field of dandelions. One little seed becomes a snack. Did you know that dandelions are spread this way as well? The little bird eats the seed. Oh, but what will become of our dandelion? The bird flaps, and it flaps far, far away. Is the seed done? Where's the bird flying? We'll see. The bird drops a plop. Ew. Down with the root, up with the shoot. A little dandelion blooms in South America. Now that's a hardy seed. Your parents will have to tell you what happened with that seed. The flower fades. Fluff, puff, poof. Swish, swirl, 100 seeds fly. One little seed slips into the sea, far, far away, skimming, surfing, down with the root, up with the shoot. A little dandelion blooms in Antarctica. Oh my, this is a hardy, hardy seed. The flower fades. Puff, fluff, poof. Swish, swirl, 100 seeds fly. One little seed floats to the sky, far, far away, parachuting, pirouetting, plunging, down with the root, up with the shoot. A little dandelion blooms in Europe. Our dandelion has made it all around the world. That's right, Susan. Down with the root, up with the shoot. Swish swirl all over the world. We've made it to all 7 continents. Now, here's a little note from the author. Now, originally from Europe, dandelions now bloom on all 7 continents of the world. Even Chile, Antarctica has dandelions on the shoreline of South Georgia Island. This is due in large part to the dandelion's ability to clone or copy itself. The dandelion flower turns into a seed head that contains 40 to 100 seeds. Each seed is a perfect clone of its parent and is capable of growing into a new dandelion without fertilization. That's why you see it all over your yard. A dandelion seed travels in many different ways. They fly with the wind using their fluff as a parachute. They float on the water, splashing onto distant shores. They hitchhike by sticking to clothing or the fur of animals. They even travel in bellies, as you saw with the bird. Now, if you were a dandelion seed, where would you bloom? And how would you travel? Where would you bloom and how would you travel? That's a good question. Dallas and Dayton, where would you bloom and how would you travel? Miss Susan, where would you bloom? And how would you travel? I think I'd like to bloom somewhere in the South Pacific. I love that region. I would like to bloom somewhere in Bali. Yes, yes. And how would I travel? I'd like to hitch a ride with a kite or a hot air balloon. Yes, that would be quite perfect for me. The girls say I would bloom somewhere very warm. Yes, I agree. I agree. That'd be perfect for me. What about you, Susan? Where would you bloom and where would you travel? Susan says, I'd hitch a ride safely on a plane. Safely on a plane? Oh, one of the girls say, I would travel with a lion. Ooh, you're very adventurous, very adventurous. And, it's very funny that you would say that because dandelion actually means dent de lion. Oh, dent de lion. It means the teeth of a lion, and that comes from the shape of its leaves. So that's very funny that you would say that. Now, which young lady says that I would travel with a lion, or should I guess? That's very, very adventurous, and I love it. And I hope you get to see a lion one day. How about that? All right. Who said I would travel with a lion? Which one? Dallas or Dayton? Yes, you are very smart. I was trying to figure out which one said that. All right, ladies. Oh, both of them said that. Well, all right. I see an African safari in your future. Well, that concludes our book for today. I hope you guys learned a little bit more about our dandelion or our dent de lion. And I hope you've come to appreciate it a little more. Of course, this is not our only plant that gives off a cotton like flower, but it is the most one of the most popular ones. So when you see it floating around, just understand it's just doing its business. All right. So I hope you've enjoyed that book. So I want to tell you about the book. Can I come with you to the African safari? Well, of course. Well, of course. You just have to give me the date so I can plan. And you better believe I will be there. Yes, ma'am. And we'll look for dandelions along the way. Okay. All right. So, our book for next week, and I'm really, really excited about this. I want you guys to take note because every third Saturday from now on, we are going to introduce to you a brand new author. And for this month, our brand new author is Susan Batson. And she is going to bless us with the book, What Would My Puppy Say? This is her first book, and she's going to allow us to read it on our show. Yes, and I already have the book, so I'm going to be ready for it. This is a sneak peek. Look at the colors. Oh my goodness, it's such a cute book. And I'm going to actually ask a few of you to send in some pictures of your animal that you may have at home. You may have a cat, and that's okay. But I want you to send in a picture of your dog or cat, or you may even have a bird, of them saying good morning. What do they look like when they're saying good morning to you? If you have a picture of them saying good morning, send it in to Miss Elaine Productions. You can find me on Miss Elaine Productions on my Facebook, on email, Miss Elaine Productions info at gmail.com. Um, and I would love to put that on the air on next week. I'm also doing an interview with Miss Susan on our What's Up Wednesday edition, and I'll give you more information on that. But please make sure you join us for next week on our new author edition on every third Saturday. Okay, so don't forget, when is that? Every third Saturday. New author Susan Batson is going to come back, and we are going to read her book, What Would My Puppy Say? And we're so excited. We're very, very excited. Okay. All right. So you don't want to miss that. So come out and support our new authors. Come out and support them. Okay. All right. Now, I think that's all we have for today. Yeah, I think that's it. Anything else, Engineer Evan? Anything else, Dallas and Dayton? I'm so glad you girls are here today. All right. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and close out. I want to thank you all for listening this morning. I am going to get rid of my dandelions here because I am highly allergic. I need to go and wash my hands and dispose of that outside so that it can finish doing its feeding the world business. Okay. Yes. I'm going to close out now. Now I need my inhaler. All right, so thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic Saturday. It's time for my second breakfast. I know I do this to myself, being extra. But thank you all. Have a wonderful Saturday. Thanks for joining Miss Elaine's Read Along. I love you, and I hope you guys take care. Bye. See you next Saturday, same time and same place. Evan Cut.